In this video, I want to go over exactly what happened with the Ethereum Foundation and Joe Lubin, because this might have far-reaching consequences for the SEC's overall onslaught on the cryptocurrency business, as well as the rest of the Ripple SEC. In this video, I'm going to go through exactly who this whistleblower is, what he's saying, and how he might be able to blow apart the SEC's entire onslaught on the cryptocurrency business, folks. We will, without a doubt, obtain this. Enormous and something that could turn the tide against the SEC's attack on this industry. As always, your support is invaluable to this channel. If you love these videos, please take a moment to like this one. Also, please subscribe to my channel. If you ever need a good source to get any XRP, this is going to be a huge assistance to me. For the longest time, the XRP community has been digging up old clips that are relevant to the broader cryptocurrency sector. Ex-SEC officials and ex-Ethereum Foundation executives are discussing how the Ethereum token was given a free pass to make it, not a security, while the SEC attacked the rest of the business, and the XRP community has been digging up these videos for years, truly exposing what has been going on behind the scenes. But for the longest time, we were dubbed a conspiracy, which is what we are. We were told we were creating all of this up, and the only thing we needed was someone on the inside to come out and say you were correct. This is correct. What was going on? So it appears like we may have this right here with Steven. No, he appeared earlier today, responding to one of the digital asset investors' tweets and one of Crypto Erie's tweets, effectively. What was going on presently behind the scenes? This individual was a member of an industrial group that was assisting the SEC in developing laws, but it's important to note that not everyone in these industry organizations was particularly bad. Some of these folks were trying to do the right thing, but essentially higher-ups were corrupt. These industry groups were driving the major choices and were working hard to give Ethereum a free pass for the time being. People like Steven are exactly what the XRP community has been waiting for a long time, as we have witnessed. All of the data has revealed these many linkages, but we need someone on the inside to come out and say, no, you're not insane, you are. Not just jumping to conclusions, what you've discovered is exactly what happened, and what we're witnessing is it. Steven appears to be that person now. This takes a lot of strength and bravery from him, but he appears to be ready to go forward and reveal himself. What happened now behind the scenes? I want to show you that Steven has some important information here. And isn't it just a big nothing burger stating all of this? Prosper tweeted out when I first saw the second Steven Knopf essay. If Steven has proof of this betrayal, it is his duty as an American to disclose it. Rest assured, the XRP community has been and will continue to fight to raise awareness, bring accountability, and balance the scales of justice. What's important to understand here is that when Steven Narrow first came out and said that he was willing to expose what happened behind the scenes, he specifically called it treasonous. Now, when I first saw that, I wasn't sure if he was just using that word to bring awareness and try to generate more tension around this, or it would be easier if he wasn't involved in any kind of lawsuit or whatever. He didn't respond directly to Ashley's Prosper's tweet, but his lawyer did and said that he is currently fighting the battle of a lifetime, and Steven has been advised to follow the proper procedures, but is completely dedicated to making all facts known as soon as possible in the interests of justice and the people. So, in answer to Ashley Prosper's claim that he branded the secretary's conduct treasonous, he said this. This is quite intriguing, because it appears that Steven Knopf is fully aware of the implications of the charge he just filed against the SEC and is prepared to prove it in court. One of the most important things you should understand about our legal system is that in the United States, you cannot accuse someone of fraud or treason without proof. Must back it up. If you don't, you may potentially catch a counter case in which you might be in a lot of trouble for making false charges, but what we have right now isn't going to work. Steven has completely acknowledged this. He is prepared to prove what he stated in court, and yet he went out of his way to do so. To name them treasonists is incredibly exciting, And now I want to move on to what consequences this will have for the Ripple SEC case and the rest of crypto, because I've seen a lot of varied thoughts on this when I look at it. What I see is a major blow to the SEC's image. The SEC has said that they should be the cops on the case. The SEC has been claiming that it is the cryptocurrency industry that is fraudulent. It is the cryptocurrency industry that has all of these issues. But this right here proves that the SEC has just as many issues as the cryptocurrency industry. What this will show is that the SEC has not been following their obligation to pursue law. They have not been following their obligation to pursue investor protection, but instead they were looking to pick winners and losers in the eye. What they have been doing over the last few years, when the SEC first dropped their case against Ripple, so many people thought honestly, including myself, that there must be something behind the scenes we don't know about. But what we discovered was that the SEC had absolutely nothing, and instead they were using the lawsuit as a weapon to try to hold Ripple back. They sued Ripple in an attempt to destroy XRP in the United States to eliminate its liquidity and make Ethereum the one-stop shop for any institution interested in blockchain. Right now, we are learning about technology. Is everything I just said correct, Stephen? There is no conspiracy. Theory, that is exactly what occurred, and he is prepared to prove it in court. His credibility is poised to take a huge hit, and the market is going to punish him. To summarize, Ripple has always been on the right side of the law, and the SEC only went after them because they are so powerful. The Ethereum Foundation believed that they needed to buy out regulators to slow them down. This will fully restore institutions' confidence in Ripple and XRP because they will fully understand that none of the SEC charges were valid. It was all a political power play to try to prevent Ripple from achieving its goal of making XRP the premier digital asset for institutional money, and the only thing they had to try to slow them down. Eventually buying out the regulators. This is quite exciting. I never imagined we'd be able to have. One of the tragic things about America is that whenever we see injustices, no one seems to be held accountable, and no one seems to have the courage to step up and put a stop to it. However, it appears that's exactly what Stephen intends to do here in the end. What I truly believe we will witness. There's a lot more coming out of this. We're going to expose the SEC on such a deep level here as the SEC continues their war on Bitcoin companies. That all of the big money, all of the institutions who want to invest in this asset class, but are concerned that the Secretary's claims are genuine. People going to discover that the SEC is basically being paid to pick winners and losers, and many of their charges simply don't hold water. It's an exciting day, and I can't wait to see what comes of it, as well as the last little tidbit here that I don't think I've mentioned yet. People were seeing that Stephen Knopf was working behind the scenes with John Dion. I noticed a handful of Twitter interactions between John and him about how they have been gathering information in the background. Gentlemen, this is all John Dion needed to go to Congress and hold SEC officials responsible, and perhaps win damages for XRP investors, because the SEC's case was an insider's to prove that what he has been claiming happened truly happened. We now have that proven, and everyone who says this is just a conspiracy is wrong theory, as well as the XRP community. It's never looked better to make it up. In any case, folks, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribing means a lot.